Hi, folks. Andrew here. Once again, Top Fitness Strategies. I am the face who runs the place. And I know you're used to doing the 5 minute podcast with me, but today we're doing it longer because we have an interview. As I always say, the interviews are going to be longer than the 5 minutes, of course. And today we got something a little bit different, a little bit, I guess, a little bit of a curve from what we're used to seeing in the interviews that I usually have on here. Because usually I talk about working out, muscle growth, dietary stuff, supplements, anything of that sort. But this is getting a little curve thrown at you here, but it's just as equally, if not more important than anything else. And I will bring on my guest right now. My guest today is dun, 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 Joyce Wheeler from Total Holistic Living. And Joyce, you can tell us all your accolades in just a second, but also you can now say on top of all that, you're a guest on Top Fitness Strategies. Welcome, Joyce.
Thank you, Andrew, for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
All right, this is going to be really fun because I don't know a whole lot about holistic stuff and a little bit behind the back cave, folks, back scene here, back in the back cave. When I talk to my guests beforehand, and then there's any interview you talk to, or you hear, there's conversations going on before the recording or before it's actually aired live to whoever or the recording. And so while Joyce and I were talking, I purposely told her I did not want to know anything about this holistic stuff because I wanted to be just as I'm not surprised isn't the right word, but I wanted to understand or know what's going on or have the same reaction as everybody else when it comes to what holistic is. So that being said, Joyce, first of all, tell people about who you are, where you're from, and things of that sort, and then we'll get into what the total holistic living is all about.
Great. Thank you, Andrew. My name is Joyce Wheeler. I live in Southeast Louisiana in the States. And I had started my journey back in 2020, actually, it was 2009. My husband had gotten sick and was told that he had reoccurring mono, that he should stop driving the truck for a month until he got better. Well, he didn't get better. He was getting worse. So It's like 3 months later, he's sleeping 16 hours a day. He goes to the doctor. He tells him what's going on. He says, "Oh, you have chronic fatigue syndrome." By the 5th month, he goes back again because he's still not getting better. And the doctor tells him, "You might as well apply for disability. You're never going to work again." So during the 6 month period, 6 months later, he was watching TV and there's a talk show came on. And there was this comedian who had experienced mercury poisoning from eating sushi for 20 years as his main source of protein. Well, when he started going into his symptoms, my husband went, "That's me." So he started doing some research to figure out where the mercury was coming from. Now, being a truck driver, he would take food on the road with him.
Mm-hmm.
And tuna was something he would take. And tuna does contain mercury. For whatever reason, that wasn't good enough. So he kept on digging. And his research led him to the amalgam fillings in his teeth, the silver ones. They're 50% mercury.
Oh, my word.
Yeah. So he at that time, he had 10 fillings. So he had a childhood friend of his that owned a health store, and she invited him to come over. He did a foot bath detox. She put him on broken saccarella, a lot of vitamin C and vitamin D, and he started getting better. Then she told him about a holistic dentist that knew how to safely remove the fillings. Because if you have the amalgam fillings, they need to put a dam at the back of your throat, a boot around your tooth, and give you oxygen so you don't inhale any more of the filling.
Oh, wow.
So he did that and was getting better. And during his research, he found something really interesting. The American Dental Association had a gag order on the dentists, where the dentists could not tell their patients that the amalgam fillings were toxic or they could lose their license. So,
wow.
Yeah, when we found that out, we were like, okay, what else are they not telling us? What else don't we know? And it was like Pandora's box just flew open.
Oh, my word.
We realized what a toxic environment we're living in. Our food is toxic. Our cleaning products are toxic.
Mm-hmm.
Our beauty care products are toxic. It's just everything. The furniture in our house, the carpets on our floor, it's all toxic. And it's contributing to things like hormone disruptions. It
Okay.
disrupts our immune system, our nervous system. It can lead to various chronic health issues. So at that point, we were like, you know what? We need to take our health in our own hands.
Well,
So
yeah.
we started doing, well, not only were we researching what we were fighting against, we were researching how we can change our lives to where we could live a better quality of life.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when we found the holistic way. So what holistic is it's focusing on the whole entire body.
Okay.
It's just not focusing on one thing. So we're looking at our mind, our body, and our spirit.
Okay.
So
Okay.
everything is taken into consideration. So with our body, we're looking at our food. You know, you had mentioned, you talk about supplements. That's something
Mm-hmm.
we're really big into because the majority of our food doesn't have the nutritional value that it once
Okay.
did.
Right.
And I found that out because I started working out when I was 17,
Okay.
and I had learned what I could, how to eat so that I can maintain my weight. All of a sudden, I'm gaining weight. I'm not eating any different. I'm gaining weight. I'm like, what the heck is going on?
Okay. Okay. Wait. Stop there. So how old were you about this point?
Oh, let me see. I'm trying to think.
Roughly. I mean, the 20s, 30s.
Oh no! By this time, I was in my upper 40s.
Okay. So you were working out the same as usual, but you say
Yeah.
you changed your diet slightly, or what? No,
No,
say that again. Okay.
I didn't change anything.
But all of a sudden you started gaining weight.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm assuming at that point you say, "Hey, we got to figure out why I'm gaining weight." And
Right.
now, did you have any kind of so we can set the record straight? Do you have any kind of medical training at all before all this started, or any kind of nutritional background or certifications or anything at this point?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. Just the knowledge that I've gained
Okay.
and, living the lifestyle I've lived. That's my knowledge. I've
Okay.
got personal experience. So what we did is when we found out about the food and how the food didn't contain the nutrients and vitamins that our bodies need, and that not only that, but it's heavily genetically modified. Once we found that out, then we switched our food to organic. And
Okay.
once I started eating organic, the weight just dropped off. It was like within a couple of weeks to a month, the
So
weight that I,
you went to the food you had been eating with no change whatsoever to organic food, and all of a sudden your weight started dropping off, as you said. So was it so? For instance, if you buy eggs at ABC grocery store, and then you went to the ABC organic grocery store, you still bought the same. You still bought eggs, so you was eating the same amount of everything,
yes.
basically. Okay.
Actually, once I started eating organic, I was eating less.
Okay.
But we're also taking supplements too,
Okay.
because even the organic food doesn't have the vitamins and nutrients that our body needs. It's just cleaner because it's not genetically modified.
Okay. So at
You
that
know,
point, you changed your diet. So from lack of a better term,
conventional.
more conventional diet. So this was the start of your holistic journey, or is this? Did you even know what holistic stuff was at that time?
We did, but we were just getting into it.
Okay.
So it was like at this point that I was researching the food and I found out about the food supply, that it's depleted of vitamins and nutrients. And I realized that I wasn't eating because I was hungry. I was eating because my body was craving the vitamins and nutrients that it wasn't getting. So once we switched to organic and also started taking vitamins and supplements, then then everything straightened out. My weight was fine. And like I said, I started eating less. That's why people will say to me, but organic costs more. Yes, it costs more.
Mm-hmm.
But first off, let's look at what are you paying for your health?
Right. Oh, exactly. Yeah. I mean, we can have the excuse me, we can have the debate about something costing more or less all day long, and and that's extremely important, and that's not something I want to the direction I want to go with this today. Maybe at a different time, because I am with you. You how what is the cost for your health? Is it going to be
Right.
you're going to pay now or you're going to pay later? So
Exactly.
if you pay now, it might be a little more upfront, but in the long run, it's going to be a lot less. But once again, you and I are in the same belief of that, and I'm not going to. That's not what I want to get into today. I want to get into the more of the holistic stuff, and I hope you don't mind me going that route.
Not a problem at all.
Okay, all
But
right. So you were working out, gaining weight, find out that you changed your the food, and you started dropping weight. So is this when your husband started getting ill, or are we still building up to that?
no, he was. This is after he was sick.
Okay, all right,
This is after he was sick, and we started doing research when he found out that the American Dental Association had the gag order. After we found out that, we started doing more research to find out what else we were not being told. You
okay,
know, so
yeah,
we just started diving into everything. I mean, we went down the rabbit hole hard. Just like, actually, we didn't go down it; we slid down it.
you took a nosedive,
Right?
right? Okay, um, so you found out about the mercury stuff for your husband, and I'm going to assume before you found out about that, when you changed your diet, he changed his diet as well. When I say change diet, I mean just basically change the way the
Oh, yeah.
your food was produced before you got to you. So I'm assuming he changed as well.
Yes, we changed at the same time.
Did he see any difference for himself at that point?
Um, I don't know. I think we were too busy oohing and on over the food
Okay, all
because
right,
because we realized that the butter and the mayonnaise were the same that we had grown up with because they didn't start messing with our food supply till the mid 90s.
okay.
So we were just like, wow, this tastes like like I remember it tasting, and we just freaked out over the taste.
Okay. All right. Now, Joyce, I'm going to say this: the Top Fitness Strategies, which is the company I run, is I focus on the over 50 crowd, and I'm not going to ask your age one way or the other. If you want to divulge it, that's great. But my thing is, when I talk to folks who are over 50, I'm in my late 50s right now as the time of this recording. A lot of the time when we talk about this stuff, back when we were younger, teens, early 20s, there was not a whole lot of obesity in the United States. I'm talking around the world, different story. I'm talking strictly United States. And all of a sudden, come the 90s, 2000s, and so on and so forth, the obesity is climbing up and up and up and up and up. Now, have you noticed that in your lifetime as well?
Yeah, pretty much so. And I am 61,
Okay.
so
All right.
I'll share that.
Okay.
And I'm proud to be 61.
There you go.
Hey, I look good for 61.
You look great for 61. Appreciate that.
Oh, thank
Thanks
you.
for pointing that out. So, all right.
But
So you changed everything else. So this was the start of your holistic venture. So what else did you start doing at that point? Once you start finding out about your husband's mercury intake, his fillings, and everything else, what did you start doing at that point?
well, after we changed, it took us 2 years to get all of our food and all of our cleaning products organic and plant-based. So then I started doing research into the beauty care industry, which is a billion-dollar industry.
Mm-hmm.
There are over 18,000 different chemicals used within the industry. Out of those 18,000, approximately 13,000 of them are toxic. They're toxic chemicals. And
Okay.
anything that we put on our skin or that comes in contact with our skin absorbs into our bloodstream. So when I found this out, and they don't have to list all the ingredients on their labels because of the fact that it's a formulation. And the word fragrance that could be made up of anywhere from 10 to 20 different chemicals, not
Oh,
just one.
wow. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
Uh-huh. So I started making my own beauty care products.
Okay.
I started 2012. I started studying herbs, and I started learning how to make my own products. And that's what I did. And I
Oh,
still make my own products.
Okay, so that's interesting to me. So you started using your own herbs. Does that mean you grow your own herb garden and things of that sort, or do you go to certain places to purchase the herbs?
There's a vendor that I use online
Okay, okay,
that they have good practices. We were like really careful about like switching when we switched to organic. I would go to the website of each company and look at their practices and see how
okay,
transparent they were. Did their containers contain BPA's,
okay,
which is in plastics? Looking to see what they were all about. So I think that was part of the reason it took us 2 years, because I was being very picky and looking into everything.
okay. All right. And just for the people listening right now, your website's called totalholisticliving.com. Um, are any of these uh, products that you've started making on your own, do you market them commercially or publicly, or just for personal use?
I was selling them, and I actually had a pretty good business at one time.
Okay.
What had happened is my printer quit printing my labels the right way.
Okay.
And well, it's a big problem because I have numerous products.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm
I
laughing like,
understand.
yeah, of course, it has to be something simple like that. Yes. Okay.
Right? So it's just a matter of, and for me to take them and have somebody else print them, that's like really costly
Okay.
to do. So right now I'm in the process of trying to figure out, is there another way that I'm pretty, what's the word I want to look for? I'm thinking inventive is what's coming to my mind. Maybe that's the word. It's a good word. But,
Okay.
when it comes to solving problems, I'm pretty good at finding out other ways of doing things.
Well, that's great. That's great. Now, is
So
that part of the holistic way of doing things as well? I mean, you figure out ways that which work for you. Is that the part of the holistic
that
lifestyle, so to speak?
it definitely is, because we're all different. If one of the best examples I can give is the gut microbiome, which is where 80% of our immune system is. It's also responsible for creating various hormones.
Okay.
So, like, that's where 90% of the serotonin is created, is in the gut. And serotonin is responsible for creating melatonin, which helps us sleep at night. So the gut microbiome is very important. And the gut microbiome is made up of various bacteria. Now you're going to hear bacteria, microbe, and then you're going to hear probiotics. All of them are the same thing. It doesn't matter how you say it.
Okay.
But everybody's gut microbiome is different. And
Okay.
now, when I started studying this back in 2016, they had no way of testing it. So now, if you want your gut microbiome tested to find out which probiotics you need, you can go ahead and have a stool sample sent away to a laboratory, and they will let you know which probiotics you need. So
Okay.
that's pretty cool. But yeah, we're all different. And the thing is I tell people too, like when it comes to eating, listen to your body. People look at me like, what are you talking about? Our bodies talk to us. When you eat that, how do you feel? Do you feel tired? Do you feel sluggish? Do you feel like you got a rock in your stomach? How do you feel after you eat certain things? And listen to your body. Go, well, obviously my body doesn't like that too much.
Mm-hmm.
You
Okay,
know,
that makes sense. That makes sense. Now, when you mentioned going back to this whole holistic thing that we were mentioning at the beginning, you said it was um, part nutrition, spiritual, sleep, exercise, everything else. What I'm fascinated with, or what I'm curious about, I should say, is more of the spiritual side of everything else. Now, and I know I'm totally wrong with this, but I'm sure there's other people that think this way. When they hear the term holistic, when it comes to um, exercise and developing your body spiritually and everything else, I'm right away thinking that you meditate for 4 hours a day, that you sit in a corner and
not
just
for
you
us.
meditate or something like that sort all day long. And again, I know I'm totally off base, but that's first thing that comes to my mind when I hear the word holistic. I got to assume that you've had other people approach you or say the same, similar to what I'm saying to you. At that, have you not? In your
Actually,
whole
no.
okay, I guess I'm the only one then.
But
Okay,
you're right. Meditation is a part of it, along with qigong, because it's dealing with the qi, and the qi is the energy flow that's in our body,
say that
and
again. It's
that's
qigong.
qigong.
Qigong. Okay, all right. I know Tai Chi. I don't think I've ever heard of Qigong.
Qigong is similar. It-
Okay.
It's similar, but it's more about activating certain organs in our body and
Okay.
activating the chi, or the energy that's in us, because everything around us has a vibrational frequency.
Yeah, I believe that and I know that. Yeah, absolutely.
So
Okay.
it's important for us to keep ours up, because when you get to a certain point, you're more susceptible to get sick. Then you're more susceptible to cancer, then you're dying. So
Okay. Okay.
that's where the meditation and the qigong come in, is because it's helping us to raise our vibrational frequency. It's the same thing with using crystals. Crystals help us to raise our vibrational frequency. I don't know if you've heard of sound healing.
Sound healing? No, I've heard of crystals before, and I've talked to people about crystals, but sound healing, no, I can't say I've ever heard of it. What is sound healing?
Well, just like we've got the chakras, which are energy portholes,
Mm-hmm.
our bodies resonate with certain sound. There are countries where, instead of doing actual surgery, they'll have a bunch of, let's say, monks stand around a person, and they'll chant certain sounds, and the person will be healed. Yeah,
Wow.
right. Yes,
Wow.
and we can do this ourselves.
Well, how do you know? Okay, now we're getting to talk to a whole new subject here, topic here, and we can do this for hours as well. But how do you know what sound your body will, lack of a better term, heal from? How do you
Well,
know
I
that?
actually have a book. It's called Sacred Sounds.
Okay.
And in there, it talks about the different chakras, and the different musical notes, and even different musical instruments that each of our chakras resonates with. And that's the thing with our chakras too, is that our chakra, each chakra is connected to other parts of our body.
Okay.
So, say for instance, if I have a sore throat, or maybe I'm having a hard time speaking, that could be because my throat chakra is blocked. This one guy I was talking to, he had sciatica. Sciatica is the root chakra. The color of the root chakra is red. So I told him, drink red drinks, eat red food, and I gave him a red crystal. And the next week I saw him, and he was like, I am so much better now.
Wow. That's great. That's
Well,
great.
and the thing is that crystals can be programmed. You can program a crystal to do what you want it to. So, for instance, amethyst is a crystal that we can connect with the higher realm.
Okay.
So, whatever you believe, God, the universe, so you can program that, so that you can go ahead and you can connect with that other realm.
Okay.
You can also
Interesting.
program the crystal for healing, and you could put it in a glass of water and set it outside in the sun. And now water can be programmed. I don't know if you're familiar with Dr. Emoto.
I can't say I am. No.
Yeah, you're going to have to check out his video after we're done. Dr.
Okay.
Emoto. He did an experiment with water, to where he had 2 glasses of water, and he had one that said love on it, and the other one had the opposite of love on it. And when people would walk by it, you don't even have to speak it. You could just feel it, the emotion that they would feel. They would feel that emotion, or they would speak to it. And he took the water from those glasses and he froze it. And after they froze, he put them under a microscope. And what he noticed was that the one with a positive word on it developed these beautiful crystals. But the one that had the negative word on it, it was just like all, yeah.
Yucky. All right.
Yeah, that's a good word.
Wow. Wow. Interesting. Interesting. I know it's again. Wow. There's so many different topics and threads we can go off here. Now, I did only
Yes.
ask for a half hour of your time, and we are coming up to it soon. Now, you did mention that you had a book a second ago, about what wasn't about? What did you say? What the book was about?
Stress.
Stress. Okay. All right. And your website is totalholisticliving.com. And I'll link to everything in the show notes, folks. It's not a problem here. So tell us about what else you have available on your website.
Well, I have some downloads. I did some decluttering and organizing for a while. So I have some PDFs on there that are free. Some are paid for.
Mhm.
So I have one on 10 best herbs.
Okay.
Then I've got some in the holistic. I do have a holistic download that's got 20 steps to living a holistic life.
Okay. Okay.
And
That, so the,
if anybody wants to, I can also do consulting and teach you how you can get started on this life. And I will be gentle on you, I promise.
that was my next question. If you do one-on-one consulting, so
Yes.
do you do that? Does it have to be in person, or can you do that video chat like you and I are doing now?
No, we can do it. We can do it via Zoom.
Okay. All right. Okay. And let's see. So that's all at totalholisticliving.com. And my guest today has been Joyce Wheeler. Joyce, is there any parting words of wisdom, or how else can people contact you besides the website? Go ahead and tell us a couple other ways to contact you, if there are other ways.
They could email me at totalholisticliving, the number 7 at gmail.com.
Okay.
You can connect with me on Facebook, Joyce Holden Wheeler. So those are some of the ways that you
Okay.
can connect with me.
And as always, folks, if you're listening to this as you're driving, of course, we don't want you to write anything down.
Yeah.
You can always contact me, send me a message, and I can get it to Joyce. Not a problem. Since she's part of my crew now, as I like to call her, my family, I can always reach out to her. I mean, she may not ever want to talk to me again after this interview, which is fine. I get it, but I can still message her. At least I have that open communication going back and forth. So a lot of the stuff that she's sharing, you may not have heard before, but is extremely important. I mean, the thing about the mercury in the teeth was fascinating to me. So if that's anything that you feel like you've had or have been in contact with, before you jump to any conclusions, you might want to talk to somebody who has been through it. So Joyce is a great person to at least bounce some ideas off of why you are in the position you're in. Is that fair to say it like that, Joyce?
It sure is.
Okay. All right. Again, Joyce, thanks for coming on here for Top Fitness Strategies. Joyce Wheeler. It is totalholisticliving.com. Check out all the links in the show notes, and we'll go from there. So, Joyce, I appreciate you being here. Feel free to come back anytime. And that's it.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. All right, folks. My name is Andrew, Top Fitness Strategies. I am the face who runs the place. Fitness over 50. Feel better, look better, gain some confidence. So until next time, this is me and Joyce. Ciao.